mid-century modern, the Eichler if you're from California, and here in Portland, Oregon, the Rummer. Yes, we are in the largest community of Rummer homes in the entire state of Oregon, right here in Portland, Oregon. So we are going to tour this, plus we're going to talk to the top renovator, the top man, the top dog, Eric right here, who renovates these Rummers, and he's gonna give us all the information that we need. So if you wanna know everything about the Rummer house slash the Eichler, stay tuned. What's up everybody, this is Jackson Ray Wilkey with the Real Agent Now group right here in the Portland Metro. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to learn everything about working, eating, sleeping, living, playing, and those Rummers slash Eichlers, make sure you tap that subscribe button and you click the little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. And we get so many phone calls, emails, texts every single day from people moving and relocating here, and we absolutely love it. If you're even thinking about moving, relocating, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send us that pigeon carrier. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back with moving to the Portland Metro. Is Rummer, is it a design or is it a person? What do we have here?
So Rummer comes from Bob Rummer. Bob Rummer was a developer builder here in the Portland area in the 60s. He emulated what he saw down in California when the mid-century modern boom really kind of took off post-World War II. There's a builder down there named Joseph Eichler who was building these mid-century modern houses, high architecture designed by these up-and-coming new modern architects of the day. He took that idea, brought it here to Portland, and supposedly over the decade of the 60s and into the 70s built about 600 to 700 of these mid-century modern homes.
All right, so we are going to go in and tour this one. Again, we just listed this one. It went literally the first weekend, multiple offers, and it went $100,000 over asking, but that's because these things are so highly desired. So we're going to walk in and have kind of explain a Rummer, plus he does go through these and renovate these for clients. So he's going to show his vision of what he could do with one of these.
You have to start with the central atrium. The whole house revolves around the atrium. In this case, it's open air, but it's got 3 sides of glass, and so when you're in the atrium, you can pretty much see the entire house. So now we're in the atrium. Again, the atrium is the single most iconic feature of these Rummers. This one is open air. That comes from the legacy of these being copied after the Eichlers down in California, where we have much better weather, of course, than we do here in Portland. Probably half of them here in Oregon are covered up so that it's not necessarily living space, it's not heated or cooled, but it has a plexiglass roof over the top, or somebody might cover this up and put big skylights in here. The great thing about this is it basically is this garden space right in the middle of your home. You can plant tropical plants in here. They've got a tree growing in here. You can see here you've got plants that are growing to 10 feet tall. It's really this cool space. It can be yoga. It can be where you have your cup of coffee in the morning. The kids can play in here. Unlimited possibilities.
What's one of the coolest things you've seen in an atrium in one of these Rummers or Eichlers?
Probably the coolest thing that I've seen is somebody put a little bocce court in it. It was small, but inside this whole space, right? So you've got this game room, this cool outdoor game room right in the middle of your house. This is really something that you're more accustomed to seeing in Palm Springs, but it's right here in Portland. The other thing about these houses is the way that they were built. As opposed to 2x4 stud walls, these are made post and beam. So if you look up here, you see these beams. Underneath every beam is a post. It's kind of the way an old barn used to be built. Classic architecture for a Rummer here in Portland.
Okay, so let's work our way from the ground level all the way up to the ceiling. What makes it a typical Eichler slash Rummer?
Yeah, so first and foremost, these are all slab on grade concrete floors. You can't see it now because it's hiding under this linoleum, but you've got this perfect slab concrete floor, and really unique and ahead of its time for the day back in the 60s when these were built, radiant floor system that provides all of the heat to the entire house. So right now we're in the entry, and if you look down at the floor, it has this exposed aggregate just in this entry area. Underneath all of the rest of this marmoleum and linoleum is going to be smooth concrete, and or originally it was these tiles. And then he had carpet in bedrooms and living room and areas like that. So the other thing about these rummers, if they're in the original state like this one is, all this faux walnut paneling. A lot of houses, you can simply put a coat of white paint on this and this house will brighten up and get immediately bigger. People that want to take it a step further and update the electrical and the plumbing and the insulation will remove all of this, do all of that work, and then replace it with drywall. So now we're in the living room. Living rooms are always going to have these great old fireplaces, wood burning, which is key. And the other thing that you're really going to notice, and it's a function of the post and beam construction, are these huge windows, floor to ceiling. In this case, we're up about 10 feet. The rest of the house is going to have 8-foot ceilings, which is standard for the rummers. Some of the plans are going to have really high vaulted, gabled living rooms and atriums. Others, like this one, have the flat roof here. The other thing that you're going to notice throughout the house are all of these sliders. There's a slider here, there's a slider here. Most of these houses probably are going to have 6 to 8 sliders as opposed to a hinge door in them.
All right, so we've done the floor, we've done the walls. Before we get up to the iconic ceiling and what makes this a true rummer, there's also something special with the kitchen, and it's a galleyway here, but we're gonna get it back over to Eric and have him explain these unique kitchens.
Yes, so very typical of the rummers are these Galley Kitchens, which is exactly what you would have seen back in the 60s. What's really, really cool about this one, you come over here, this is the original double Thermidor oven, and it's still functional. Unfortunately, we don't build appliances like this anymore. Some other things that we're seeing in here, these are the original cabinets. Supposedly they were built on site by his carpenters back in the day. This one has got an upgraded cooktop. It's actually gas. The houses when they were originally built did not have gas outside of the water heater and the boiler to run the radiant floor. They've added a hood above the cooktop here for really good reasons. That's the original fan, and that was the only fan in the kitchen, and it's definitely not going to keep up with your wok and your frying. And so they put this one in here, and then you come up and you look at the top. And this is really what you're going to notice about every rummer. It has this Tng Cedar Ceiling throughout the entire house. It's just this great texture. And the cool thing about these ceilings with this Tng, it's not just cosmetic. Those boards that you're looking up there are 2x6s, so they're 2 inches thick. That's the actual structure of the roof. On top of that is your insulation, and then you've got a flat roof, and so it's got a membrane up there for waterproofing. Yes, even here in Oregon, we can have flat roofs. But the unique architecture and the way these were built, this post and beam design, really allows that type of detail to be something that's both functional and great form factor.
All right, so it's no doubt Eric is super passionate about these mid-century models, these Eichlers, these rummers. So it was unbelievable. Before we turned the camera on, he's like, man, I see my vision of how I would build this. So yes, he has the top company here that comes in and does some remodels, but I want to hear his vision on what he's doing to some of these rummers.
Typically what we do, the very first thing, we're going to demo the old cabinets. You can see they just don't have the function that we're looking for today with soft close hardware. That's going to be in the bathrooms and here in the kitchen. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to come in and recommend pulling up all of the tile, all of the carpet, all of the sheet marmoleum that you're seeing in this house. Underneath it, you're going to have this perfect concrete floor. We come in and diamond polish it, and it's going to look like your favorite cool downtown restaurant. The thing, unfortunately, that we find ourselves doing on these remodels is sometimes correcting and going back to the original layout after people have kind of changed it up, which is unfortunate. The value in these homes is really in keeping them original to the layout. That being said, we've got this Galley Kitchen that's a little closed off, but right around the corner, we've got the atrium with windows on 3 sides. First thing I would do would be to blow out this wall. You're still going to keep your galley here, but you're going to put a wall of windows here behind the cooktop. So from this vantage point, you're cooking, you're going to be able to see the dining room, the bedroom hallway, the atrium, and the living room over on the other side. Really, you can't find that in any other type of house here in Portland. The other thing we've done on a lot of these houses is you've got these great floor to ceiling windows and sliders. Unfortunately, these are now 50, 55 years old, single pane. There's no real energy efficiency and insulation to them. So we can come in, we can replace those with double pane insulated windows and sliders. But again, keeping everything exactly as it was just putting modern technology in there with new glass.
Sweet.
Again, we're taking a look at an original Rummer. It's got the walnut paneling over here that hasn't been touched for 55 years. And what you're gonna notice about the closets is you've got these bypass closet doors with this burlap cover on them. You can paint these and they turn out just looking great. Sometimes they get a little bit ratty and the paint will really help, but these are in pristine condition. The other thing you're gonna see is a lot of connectivity in the house as you move through it. You've got moving from a hallway into what could be another bedroom or an office. And then you come into the master. Great example here of uncovering all of this carpet and all of this tile. This is what you're going to find is this untouched concrete floor. Spend a little bit of time with a diamond polisher and this is going to look great. But one of the coolest features of these houses is found in the bathroom. Check this out. This is called a Roman tub. So it's got this step down tub. It actually functions as a bathtub, but really it's your shower. And these things are found in just about every Rummer. And a lot of them, this whole wall will be glass. And that's something that we've done before in the past is open this up, even with clear glass, put a little screen out for privacy outside. And it's more of just letting the outside in like we're seeing in the atrium. Yeah, so that's a little bit about what we do on these houses. So OregonHomeworks.com if you want to check us out. And this is really what we love. We love doing modern architecture. We love doing mid-century modern, whether it's remodeling and bringing back to life these old untouched houses like this or building new construction. We love these Rummers so much that my wife and I bought one, renovated it, and we call it home and we're not leaving. You know, I'm in my 50s now, single level living, no stairs to chase the kids on. These are truly great, unique, iconic homes. Check out the guys if you want to find one.
All right, so leaving this one, as you can see, there's 3 separate blocks of these Rummers. So this is the largest community of them in the entire world. Yes, right here in Portland, Oregon. So right around us, we are kind of in a central spot. So Multnomah Village is right down the road. They got John's Market, thousands of brewskis. You have the Portland Golf Club. You have Beaverton, you know, minutes away. You're 15 minutes from downtown Portland. So it is absolutely the most centered area right here. And then you can see right there, they are completely remodeling one, as you can see. All right, so as you saw, there's a lot of passion in this, but as you heard, getting into these houses is very difficult, but that's what we're here for. If this does, tickle your fancy, if this is something you want to get into, it is difficult, but you know who we have. We got the Bulldog, Jesse Dow. We can get you into these, so you have to reach out to us. The only way we can get you in, you gotta give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send us that pigeon carrier, however you wanna get a hold of us. Or our main man here to help you build and remodel one of these. We got your back when moving to the Portland Metro. And until our next video, guys, we'll catch you later.